What's up, everyone? My name is Matt, also known as the Survivor Guy. Today we're going to be looking at Survivor's Sea Crate Challenge and figuring out the most efficient way to solve that puzzle.
You must then stack the cubes so that there are no repeating colors on any side.
So for those of you not aware, the Sea Crate Challenge is the name given to that challenge where you have 4 blocks with different colors on each side, and you have to stack them one on top of each other in order to get all sides having different colors, right? So, for example, you can't have 2 red sides on the same side, right? So we're looking at side 1 here. There needs to be 1 red, 1 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, and then you turn it, the next side, same thing, 1 of each color, and so on. There are a lot of replicas of this challenge you can buy on the internet, probably a whole bunch on Etsy if you're looking to spend money for something really nice to practice with. I'm not really in a financial situation to be spending money on such things, so instead what I did is I found this printout online and I printed it out so I can cut it out and tape them together. If you have the money to spend, it's probably nicer and easier to get one of the things online, or you can even get just some wooden blocks and paint them accordingly if you're very artsy and crafty and something like that. But I elected to do this way because it is free. Although the ink to print this in color is probably just as expensive as buying something off Etsy would be. Actually, I printed this at my dad's house, so it was free for me. Pro tip, if you have a printer at your job, it's the summer right now, so I'm obviously not going to my job as a teacher, but if you print it at your job, it's free. So, pro tip on that one. So as I typically do with puzzle videos, what I'm going to do first is attempt the puzzle without looking up any kind of strategy or any kind of tips, just to get a control. So that way, after I attempt the puzzle, I can look up some tips, some tricks, some strategies to make it go faster, and try it again, and then compare my new time to that control time to see if those tips actually help me solve the puzzle faster. Survivor's ready. Go! Alright. Start with that. Right there. So let's see, can be yellow inside? Right side be yellow inside. Yellow, green, blue, red, blue, green, red, okay. So that is so far so good. So on this side it can't be yellow, green, so let's try blue. So that's it. Blue, red, yellow, sounds good. Green, blue, red, sounds good. Right. Red, yellow, yellow. This is not good. I've got 2 blues on the side, so it's not green, red, yellow, red, blue. 2 blues on the side, right? Try that for blue. Not yellow on the side. We're not a green, blue, green, and yellow. Green, yellow, yellow, red, yellow. So that's what we got. Green, yellow, red. Nope, 2 yellows again. So blue, This is harder than it looks. I thought this one would be easy. Green, yellow, red, yellow, green, blue. Nope, 2 blues. I don't really have a strategy right now. I'm trying to kind of just trial and erroring it. Yellow, green, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, red, and that one has 2 yellows. Now what I don't have is green. This one block has no green on it, which is interesting. Maybe this should be like my anchoring block, and then which one has a lot of green? This one has 2 greens, and this one only has 1 green. So this one's got every color but green, so I'll let that one be my anchor, and then I'll have my green showing here. Alright, so let's build the foundation with the greens here. Because there's very little green and there's a whole lot of yellow. So I'm going to put the yellow facing down. So we've got 2 greens, blue and yellow. Now we have no red. So this one's got 2 reds, so I'll put the 2 reds down. So now I'm 3 in. So we've got green, blue, yellow, yellow, blue, green, green, red, blue, blue, red, yellow. And it's all like the Leaning Tower of Pisa because I made them out of paper. But all right, so now we got this last one, and can't be green. What side? This needs red. So red this way, and this side also needs a red. So I can do it like that: red, red. Nope, because we've got green and yellow doubling up there. So what if I flipped it like this? Red, red, yellow, green. That's it. All right. So stop the timer. Jeff, I think we've got it. We've got yellow, blue, green, red. Here we've got green, blue, yellow, red. Blue, red, sorry, it's hard to hold. Yellow, green. And then on the final side, green, red, blue, yellow. All right, so we did our control in about 8 minutes, which isn't horrible, but I would like to be a little bit faster, a little more efficient. Just kind of reflecting on my initial attempt at this. I didn't really have much of a strategy or a plan when I first started. I was just kind of like putting blocks there and like doing trial and error to see what worked. But then eventually what I found is that certain blocks have 2 of certain colors and certain blocks have none of certain colors. So what I kind of did is I put the block at the bottom. I think it had like no green or something like that. So I'm like, all right, I'll start with this one with no green. And then the next block I'll take is the one that has 2 greens. And I'll line those 2 greens up with the no green in such a way. And basically start with what has more of one color and then add what has more of another color that I don't already have because I figured that would make it easier on myself. So now let's go online and try and find an easier to explain and more simplified efficient strategy at solving this puzzle. Alright, so I found a video on YouTube from the YouTuber Survivor Crafts. I'll put a link in the description in case you want to check out their channel, and hopefully this gives us a little bit of insight into a better way to solve this puzzle. So let's take a look.
Look for opposite sides that have the same color. Looks like we got a yellow here, and a yellow there.
Okay, so this is not too different from the strategy that I kind of developed while I was doing the test run. So what I did is I started with ones that had none of one color, and then I followed it up with ones that had 2 of that color. So basically what he's saying here is start by finding opposite sides. So if I were to look at the blocks that I have in front of me, let's see, this one, for example, yellow here, I would want to put that one down first. And then I would look, this one's got a red here and a red here, so go to that one next.
As soon as you have your 4 doubles, you can stack them. And you stack them side by side like this. And by doing that and looking for your doubles right away, you solve 2 sides of the puzzle and you're halfway there. So,
all right, I see where he's going with it. So if you've got alternating sides, right, obviously each block has one color on alternating sides, so if you stack them all on top of each other, you're guaranteed those 2 sides are going to be different. Interesting approach, but now how does he go about solving the other 2 sides? That's the part that I'm a little confused about.
we don't want that. We'll rotate it this way, or you can rotate it this way. That way you don't damage this side or that side. But let's keep rotating until we get something that's a little better.
Okay, so once you have those 2 sides done, rather than rotating it horizontally, you rotate it vertically so that the sides that are already solved stay solved, and you just keep rotating it like that until you've solved your puzzle. He said in the intro of this video that using this method should be able to get you to solve this puzzle in under a minute. I don't know if I necessarily believe that because, I mean, watching him do it right now, it's taking way longer than a minute. But the whole point of this video is to put it to the test and see what works the best. So I'm going to try this new method and see how long it takes. Survivor's ready. Go! Alright, so what do we have here? Green on this side, green on this side. So that's our green. This one, red on this side, red on this side. That's our red. Yellow and yellow. And now blue and blue. Alright, so now what we can do is stack these on top of each other. And obviously this is a little bit harder because they're made of paper and not wooden blocks. But come on, man. Alright, so now we have 2 sides done. So we have this side and we have this side. Now we got to look at the other side. So if we look here, obviously no good. Red, blue, yellow, and then red again. So what we do is we take this one and rotate it. That's blue. We already have a blue. No good. Yellow. We already have a yellow. No good. Yellow, red. So something else isn't right. So I guess we'll leave this one for now, and we'll start rotating. Well, I guess here, since we have a red, start rotating this. What color was this one? This was the green. Start rotating our bottom one. All right, so now we're good on this side, right? Green, blue, yellow, red. We're good on the sides that we started with. Blue, yellow, red, green. Blue, yellow, red, green. And now if we look on our last side here, we have a problem. Red, red, green, yellow. So let's rotate our bottom one and see if we can get something different. No. So no matter how we rotate our bottom one here, we see that we never get that last side. So let's go to this one then and start rotating this and see if we can get something different. All right, so now we have red, blue, green, yellow. Obviously the stars we started with, blue, yellow, red, green, blue, yellow, red, green. And now if we look at our last side here, we have green, red, yellow, red again. So something isn't right. We can start rotating this top one. So now green, red, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, red, green, blue, yellow, red, green. And then our last side, red, blue, green, yellow. Jeff, we got it. Okay, so our new attempt was about 2.5 minutes, which is a significant improvement over the original 8 minutes, even if it's not the under a minute that was promised in the video that we watched. So I think we can say that this method was a success. One thing that I will note about this method is there is a little bit of luck involved, and I guess, you know, with any Survivor challenge, there's a little bit of luck involved, but having those two sides and then twisting it, trial and error, there's a little bit of luck on, you know, how did you set it up initially, right? Because you have 4 blocks, the order that you put them in can make it easier or harder when you do the trial and error, just based on luck. Maybe in a video in the future, I'll revisit this puzzle and see if there's a more definitive way to do it. I know there are methods out there that use a whole bunch of graphs and math and stuff like that, which if you can memorize the math, then maybe it makes it easier, but it looks very, very complicated, and if you're trying to do all that in your head while out on Survivor, starving and haven't slept in several days, might not be the best strategy. Well, there you have it, a very efficient way to solve Survivor's Seed Crate Challenge. If you liked the video, please drop a like and consider subscribing, it would help me out a lot. And if you work at CBS, give me a call. See ya, everyone.